Hey everybody, welcome back to Gun Deals. Today we're going to go over a Glock 45, which we have here, which is chambered in 9mm. Yeah, it sounds a little funny, right? Glock 45, everyone assumes it's chambered in 45, but it's not. It's chambered in 9mm. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we have. Okay, so it comes in that nice Glock hard case, and it comes with 3 of the 17 round mags. Now they have switched from the black follower here to now an orange follower, which is actually pretty nice. So when you're checking if your gun is empty, and you have a nice bright orange follower in there, so it's very easy to see. So 3 of those comes with a loader, and it comes with all these. There's 4 different back straps here, well 5 including this one, I guess. And obviously there's a little pin here to switch these in and out. Pretty simple to do. So there I go. So some options for the different size hands. So okay, it comes with the Glock, and it comes with a gun lock, and it comes with a cleaning rod and paperwork and so on. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at the Glock 45 here. Now, what is unique about this compared to, say, the Glock 19 or the Glock 17, or, well, it's a hybrid. So the slide is actually from a Glock 19, and the lower grip is from a 17. So it's a hybrid of the two, which is actually, it's actually kind of a cool gun. So if you like the length of, say, the 19, but you have like big hands, you know, this one is going to be perfect for you. So I have medium-sized hands, and you can see here I can fit on no problems at all. Now, when I have the 19, this is the Gen 3. Actually, we'll go to the Gen 5 because it's more similar. So when I put my hand on here, my hand is you can see the base of my hand here is just going past right here. Still fits really well. So if you definitely have bigger hands, this is definitely a good way to go. So that's what's kind of unique about this, as I say, with the 19 slide and the 17 grip. Very interesting. Now it is the Gen 5, so we do have things like the finger grooves aren't here like it was on the Gen 3 and Gen 4. Some people did not like these, some people liked them. I don't have a preference either way. Didn't like them, so they did away with them, and it's just kind of that flat now. It's got some really nice texturing, aggressive texturing all the way around, so you can get a nice positive grip on that. It does have the largened mag release right there. Again, if we compare it to the older model, where you can see here it's pretty small, so they did enlarge that, and it is a pretty big mag release now. The mag well has been flared for easy insertion of magazines, and again you have the typical little cutout piece right here. You can buy aftermarket parts like on the Gen 5 by 19 right here. You have this little plug you can put in, so you can buy plugs and put that in, and if you want to fill that little gap. So and with the Gen 5 comes the ambi slide lock and slide release right here, so you have it on both sides. Very nice. Moving up, we do have obviously the slide here, and it does have the serrations on front and back. Very nice. Obviously if you want to do press checks or whatever. And then we come to the rail. The rail will take any standard lights that you have. This one is a screw-on from Surefire. So it will take all the lights. So it's not proprietary or anything like that. So yeah, so there's the slide. The trigger is, make sure we are empty. The trigger is pretty nice. We'll go over it in a little more detail, but it is definitely a step up from, say, like the Gen 3 and Gen 4. Glocks are not known for having nice triggers. This one's not bad, but again, we'll go over that in a little more detail in just a second here. So as I say, with the slide, we did, as I mentioned, we do have the front and back serrations. This model has the AmeriGlo high def sights, and it has that, so they're night sights, but also has that, I don't know, hopefully you can see that there, it has this orange circle around the front. This is the first time I've used the AmeriGlo the high definition sights. That orange sticks out so well. It's really, really nice. I like that a lot. It's actually probably one of the favorite sights I've actually come to use. It's that good. So So the slide also is a little different with the finish, again, compared to, say, the Gen 3. And you're not really going to be able to pick it up on here, but it definitely does look a slightly different color. And it's a little more slick, which people have said it feels a little slick, but it's supposed to be a lot more durable than the previous coatings that they've been using. So it is what it is, but I haven't had any issues with it being slick. And as I say, the front and back serrations takes care of that anyway for me. At the front of the gun, where the edges here are kind of been curved to be more snag resistant. Again, if we compare it to the Gen 3, you can see that the Gen 3 is definitely a little boxier, and as it has these nice curves now on the G45 Gen 5. Okay, so that's pretty much the externals. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll put it on the table here so you guys have a close-up. We'll go over the trigger and the internals, and I'll be right back with you. All right, now we're at this angle. Let's do a quick side-by-side comparison with the GLOCK 19 Gen 5 and this 45. So the thing we'll really want to see is the length difference right here, which you can see obviously this is longer, which is the whole point. 15 rounds, 17 rounds. And then if we look there, you'll see, as I said, it's a GLOCK 19 slide, so they are exactly the same length. I'll put them just side by side like this. Again, everything is pretty much the same. You can see here the trigger guard, it matches the same length. The only real big difference is that grip right there. So, okay, cool, let's move on. All right, so we have a few Glocks on the table as I've been showing you. This is the GLOCK 19 Gen 5. This is the GLOCK 19 Gen 3. And obviously this is the G45. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of a closer look at this since we have the camera angle. So you can see about the edges here that I was referring to, how they've been, it stopped it from being so boxy. So it's more snag resistant. And if you look down here, let's see if I can get this so I can see it the same as you guys. The slide release sits in pretty close. Again, you shouldn't have too many issues with that snagging on anything. And you have that massive paddle right here for the mag release. Okay, so let's go over the trigger, and then we'll do the trigger weight, the pull weight. So let's see what we've got here. Now with this trigger, with this Glock, there is no external safety. The safety is on the trigger. It's got that center blade right there. So if you pull on either side, but don't pull in the middle, that middle piece right there, the trigger won't go back. Your trigger has to be fully on there and depressing that to have this trigger go back. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so we got a little bit of take up. It's pretty smooth though. I feel like I'm at a wall. I felt like it was a bit of a, so it was kind of smooth, kind of take up, and I felt like it was a bit of a wall, but I had a little bit more pull. And then the brake was pretty nice. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty tactile. Let's do the reset, a little bit of let out. Nice crisp tactile, you heard that there. Nice crisp and tactile reset as you heard. And the brake's not bad. It's definitely an upgrade, say, than the Gen 3 if you listen to this. So you've got, you've got quite a bit of take up. It does not feel good. And then the brake is not as nice. The reset feels about the same, but it definitely feels like a much nicer trigger on this Gen 5. Okay, so let's get the Wheeler trigger scale here and let's see what the actual weight comes out to. Switch that on. Okay, let's see what we get. Says 4 pounds 7 ounces. Let's try that again. 4 pounds 5 ounces. So I would say it's about just over 4.5 to just over a 4.5 pound trigger. So the trigger isn't bad at all. As I say, it's definitely been, it's still not the greatest trigger in the world, but it's definitely been an improvement from the previous models. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Okay, so to take down, it's the same as the previous Glocks. You're going to kind of rotate your hand, pull the slide back a little bit, and then you're going to pull down on these serrations here. and then you're just going to push, make sure that all the way down and push that slide off. Okay, right there. So obviously this is the inside. I mean, it looks pretty standard for a Strike-Fire polymer lower. And then up top here we have obviously the guide rod and spring. And then we have the barrel, which I just dropped. Now, I do have some tape on here. This gun was lent to me for the review, and obviously don't want their serial number shown, so that's why that's on there. Fit and finish, as you'd expect, looks great. Very, very happy days. Okay, and then obviously to put it back together, you just go in reverse, put the barrel in, put your guide rod in. Okay, and then just put it back on. Function check. Everything is good to go. All right, so let me change the camera angle one more time and I'll be right back with you. All right, so let's talk about shooting. It was, as you'd expect with Glock, no problems whatsoever. Glock are just renowned for just crazy reliability. I shot through some 115, 124 grain ball ammo. I wasn't shooting any hollow points because it's too expensive right now. But yeah, everything worked as you'd expect. No problems whatsoever. On a side note with these mags, just like any other Glock, you know, like if the mag is long enough, it will fit in this Gen 5. Obviously, my Glock 19 15 round mags are too short, but if the mag is long enough, they will fit, which is always super nice with Glock. I really like that about Glocks, that the mags are interchangeable between all of the models typically. So anyway, okay, so yeah, it's a Glock. I mean, super reliable. You're getting good quality. Mags and accessories are in abundance. They're not too expensive. Yeah, I mean, they're great. I mean, it's a Glock. I mean, you know, it's just what it is, right? So price point for these, well, this is how you get the best price. To get the best price on this firearm, scroll down to the description, select the UPC code there, and then enter it into Google and search. And then look for the gun deals link, which is at the top here. Click on that. That will take you to our website. Simply scroll down and you will see where it is in stock and the price. Select whatever one you would like. Okay, so do I recommend it? Yep. I mean, it's a Glock. Glocks are they just work. It's just as simple as that. I'm a huge fan. I've had, as you see, I have, you know, a couple of Glock 19s. I've had them for, especially the 19 I've had for a few years. I've never had any issues. I've never had any failures to fire at all, ever. So I'm very, very happy. So yeah, definitely recommended. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. And that's it. All right, folks, until next time, we'll catch you later.